Yeah, something a bit different today. So yes, welcome back to another episode. I'm just going to call it episode. The only reason why is because it's not a stance episode and it's not your average car either. It's something different, bit chilled out, got my tea, old man vibes, out in the cold on a nice foggy day, Box Hill. So yeah, just in a scenery of nature right now, so calm vibes. But yeah, we're here. Literally, we're gonna go to a next location where it's a little bit more quiet and where the scenery was a bit better, because it was fine earlier, but it's got a bit busy, as you can hear in the background. So yeah, we're gonna go now. Yo, what's going on, people? I'll take that. Thank you very much, Lee. Joined by Lee today. But yeah, man. We're here, joined by, you already know who it is, for those of you who know, joined here by Jonathan with his
FLATBACK LORRY, mate.
FLATBACK LORRY, yeah, mad. Right, first things first, what I want to know, don't mind Lee in the background, he's just taking pictures. So Jonathan, what I just wanted to ask you, and I'm pretty sure this is something that everyone here watching wants to know, is what gave you the idea of building this unique machine?
Right, so basically, my dad has like a fleet of these. So ever since I was young, I've been carted to school in them, back to the old days, you know, the old style taxis.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted one. I've had plenty of cars, put them on the floor, done what I need to do. But it's just, I wanted to do something a little bit closer to home.
Yeah.
So the initial plan was to get like a normal like cab like that, deck it, you know, exhaust, deck it, do the interior, but insurance actually wouldn't insure me on a full cab.
Okay.
Just because I'm relatively young, I'm 23.
Okay. Well, same age as me. Yeah. Still young. Still got a lot of life left.
But yeah, they thought I'd pick up passengers, so they wouldn't insure me. So the only way to get insured was to chop it up, get rid of all the other seats. And yeah, and basically have it like that. And I got the inspiration from basically there was a catering company that were chopping up a cab to make like a coffee shop.
Okay.
And they were showing like the different stages, and part of it was like chopping off the back, ready to put on like the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it showed like the exposed frame and everything, and I thought, yeah, it looked pretty good. And then we just went ahead with that, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I must say it's definitely something. Like, you obviously see it every day, but obviously me and Lee, when we was following you and stuff, like I've seen this in person before, but I've never really seen it fully driving. Like when I've seen you before, it was nighttime. Yeah. So following you on the way to this location is crazy. Like it turns heads. It turns heads. It literally, everyone and anyone. It doesn't matter, boy, girl, if you're 2, if you're 70, everyone just stops and stares. Like, it's crazy. Like, you must get a lot of attention in this car.
Trust me, like, that was part of the reason we put the tints on, just because at the traffic lights, like, everyone wants to have a chat to you about what you done. And don't get me wrong, the first few times it's fun, but when you're trying to go to work and there's some geezer in a van, oh mate, this is sick, and you're just trying to go to work, you just
sort of get from A to B.
Yeah, like. Yeah. But no, it's really nice, it's refreshing. It's not like back in the old days where we used to have obviously the lower cars.
Yeah.
It's only the young people that really appreciated it.
Yeah, so definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah, and now you got these old heads like saying, oh yeah, I really like this, blah blah blah. So it's nice, yeah, to get appreciation from everybody.
Driving it, how is it? Because obviously you have no weight in the back.
Yes, as you've seen, whenever it's like a little bit wet, a little bit cold, like you just put your foot down and it just spins. Like it just wants to go, but it's going nowhere basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got to be really careful in the wet, just because obviously on the tyres are really skinny on a taxi.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like 165.
Jeez.
So they just spin up all the time. But like when you actually get your power down, you compare it to a normal cab, it's really quick.
Is it?
Yeah, and on the motorway it's bliss. 70 miles an hour, that's not a problem.
In the normal cabs, they are fairly quickish, isn't it?
Yeah, but you definitely now hopping in this and then hopping into a normal cab. So I drove a normal cab last week, it just feels like you're going nowhere.
Oh yeah? Yeah,
they take a while to get to speed and they take a while to stop because they're heavy.
Okay.
But obviously this has got normal cab brakes and it's got half the weight, so it just stops on a dime.
Do you know how much this weighs exactly?
I think it's 1,300 kg now.
Jeez.
So a normal cab I think is 2.3 ton.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite heavy, isn't it? It's heavier than I thought.
Yeah, so it's very light. I think it's 1.8 or 1.3, I have to check. But yeah, definitely a lot lighter than a normal cab.
What made you come up with the accessories and stuff? I can see you got the box and the spare wheel on there. I like those touches, I do like them. So
basically, obviously it's a daily driver. I drive this every day to work, so I needed something to throw the work bag in.
Oh yeah, because you have nowhere to store your things.
So I've got room behind the seat, but if I want, like, for example, we went on like a not overnight trip, like a couple day trip.
Yeah.
And you can't fit like a big suitcase or anything behind the seat, so I thought I've got to put a box on. But I kept it period correct. It's like a World War II like army box, like a proper army box.
Yeah. You know what? Because obviously it kind of, the whole taxi in general, it has that style with the flatbed, and especially like the fact that the flatbed is made out of like a mesh looking.
Yeah.
It gives it that kind of army looking style. So the box just tops it off, because I thought originally that's just how it came. I didn't even know. When you told me that you actually added the box and stuff onto it, I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, no, it was a nice addition. I found it in like an antique shop, like not far from here.
Yeah.
And I bought it from the guy, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it on a taxi. It's like blah blah blah, and then I sent him the pictures of it. He was like, wow, like I didn't think you were gonna do that with it. The spare wheel as well is just obviously a daily drive it. So I remember that day I was going to meet you in Bluewater, I had a flat tire.
Okay, yeah.
So the tyre went out. I plugged it, but if I couldn't, I just had the spare wheel in the back to put on. It's
at your convenience. It's not like you have to reach into a boot and just take it out or anything like that. It's literally, it's right there. You can just grab it, put it on, and then you're on your way. I can imagine jacking up the rear of that is nothing either.
Mate, just lift it up with your hands. I'll just call you, mate. You can jump it.
Oh, man. Going on to obviously the extra stuff that you have added onto this taxi to make it even more unique than what it already is. So yeah, talk to me through that a little bit.
Okay, let's should we go over to the cab?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Right, so we start off with the front. So I did the better bulbs conversion, you know, we had to do it to them. Cab bulbs as they are really dim, so we've got the better bulb side lights.
They look amazing.
Yeah, and then the better bulb headlights, they just like light up everything. Perfect to see. Just got standard stuff like the gel plate, shortened gel plate, and we've got the USDM kit. So now the indicators run when like the car's running. Yeah. Which is nice. And then I replaced the black grille with the chrome grille. These are custom as well. Well, not custom, but they're like metal hubcaps. So like the normal wheel is just like black. Okay. But like these bolt on top. Oh, seen. And then got the sun strip and sticker for Biggs. So obviously it's built by Biggs, which is my dad's company. I was gonna say, explain to me a little bit about Biggs, because I see you obviously advertising
Biggs quite a lot, and I was always intrigued as to what it was.
So basically, it's just his company. He has a fleet of cabs. He does a lot of custom work on cabs, repairing cars, repairing cabs.
Okay.
And he helped me a lot with it. He did a lot of the cutting and shutting, a lot of the welding. So I thought it was only fair to credit him. Yeah. But yeah, I got the Biggs Sunstrip and vinyl. That's made by Harrison's Graphics.
Okay.
If you've heard about him. Chrome door handles. I changed them because I sort of wanted to match the chrome hubcaps.
Nice.
And then the side has the exhaust. Can't miss that.
This exhaust, man. Oh my god.
But yeah, it's straight off the manifold, so no cap, no nothing.
Okay.
Just straight. The army box that we talked about. Them arches I added and painted.
This is what this gives me the most life. The license on the rear.
Yeah, so that again,
absolute comedy.
Made by Harrison's Graphics. It's a replica, so it's like what the normal cabs have, but we put like the Biggs.
Yeah.
Put the F10 JSA and then my date of birth.
That's a nice touch. I like that.
And then gel plates, and obviously this is all fabricated, so these are all custom lights and stuff.
Okay.
And then not many people notice, but that's like another custom like license.
I noticed that as well. Yeah, that's that's a nice touch. It's just pure comedy on this car.
The more you look at it, the more you notice.
Yeah, yeah. As you're going into more detail, it's just like this is just hilarious.
And then I tinted up the front windows a little bit, and then you got like the wind deflectors that came with it.
Oh, because I was gonna ask if they came with that.
Like they come with taxis. They didn't come with this cab, but I put them on.
Okay.
Then just tinted them. I think they're 30%. I'd like to think.
Yeah.
And then maybe I can do it on this side.
You got the little fire extinguisher there.
And then
well.
yeah, we put in another driver's seat. So obviously a normal cab doesn't come in the front. So we've got another one there.
Okay.
We've got like my little mascots here. 2 little sheep.
Oh yeah. yeah.
I'll take you around the driver's side, probably a little bit easier.
Shall I close this?
Yeah, go on. So on the driver's side, we've got like a Momo steering wheel that I think it came out of an R33.
Okay.
So yeah, my friend Cole for the Supra got me the steering wheel, really nice.
Shout out to Cole.
I didn't show you on the other side, it's like a grab handle for the passenger. Yeah, I
oh
did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then I'll show you, what else can I show you? I can show you a stereo.
When you showed me that stereo the other day, I couldn't stop.
Proper Fast and Furious,
it was just so retro. Especially the fact that, look at that. Look at that, and it's got Waze on it as well. That is amazing. So what, it's just got CarPlay on it or something?
It's like an Android one, isn't it? So you've got like all the apps that you want. So I've got my Spotify, my Waze. You can have CarPlay if you want.
That is brilliant. Yeah.
But yeah, and then I relocated obviously the horn handle because there's nothing there. So you got like the horn there.
That must be so jarring because obviously, like with when you have road rage and stuff, obviously we shouldn't. We really shouldn't have road rage. Like, it's not good, guys. But yeah, like you feel the satisfaction of when someone pees you off. You just press on a horn like that, but you actually have to just press a button. You know, it's like you're not really getting much aggression out of it.
It's the worst, because by the time I reached for it and I found it with my hand,
they're already gone. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a bit of a struggle. You get used to it after a while. Okay, and then I showed you I got the dash cam, standard stuff really. Let me move on to the audio. So to begin with,
yeah, I had a little bit of bass coming from this.
So the amp's in the middle there.
Where's the amp?
So it's easy to
control. Right there. Okay.
So shout out to James with the Rocco J12 JXX, I think.
Yeah, shout out James.
Yeah, he helped me out with all the audio stuff, and Harry as well with the Polo. If you'd like to look, I'll put a sub behind the back seat.
No way.
Bass tube.
I thought you had like an underseat sub or something. I wasn't expecting the actual box in the. Wow, you've made that fit very well.
That was part of the reason of putting in like that box on the back, because obviously that sub takes up a lot of the room now. Yeah. So I had to, put that in. But yeah, it produces decent sound.
No, it did. It sounded healthy. It did sound healthy.
But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes to like what I've done so far. There's plenty of plans to do stuff next, but yeah, as it is, that's sort of as far as I've come so far.
Yeah. I can imagine with this being like basically a taxi, you get held down a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, you get a couple of people, they held you down, they're like and then they get really confused when you're driving past, and then they see the back end, they're like, oh
yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Like, he was like the pouring rain, mate, and obviously the trains must have been cancelled. There's this geezer outside the train station,
yeah,
and he was hailing me down like he thought I couldn't see him. I just drove past, and he was like, and then his head was like that. He's like, oh, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, mind blown, mind blown. It's just like you have the anger of them not being picked up, and then it just gets followed by instant confusion.
Yeah.
Confusion or satisfaction for some, because I can imagine a lot of people get excited seeing this.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. It turns a lot of heads.
Before we do go for a drive, just explain to me a little bit about what else you do have planned for this.
So, as it is currently, I daily drive this, so I didn't want to make it too impractical.
Yeah.
But when I can maybe get a daily sometime in the future, I plan on putting this on air.
Okay.
So I've had the low cars for a while, but I don't really want to do a stupid static build because I think it's way too nice to ruin, to be honest.
Yeah, you've ruined enough cars.
Yeah. No comment. And then, as it is, I can probably show you the engine as it is. Currently, it's a 2.5 Kyerizzle engine.
Okay.
With the turbo on it. And then I've stuck a ram air filter on it. And then I've got the decat exhaust, but other than that, for performance, it's pretty much the same. So that's a ram air filter. The turbo is really hidden on these.
Okay.
But yeah, it's quite a big engine for what it is.
It is, isn't it?
But as you can see, there's loads of room for activity. So I think in the future, probably put a Jaguar or a Rover V8 into it.
Okay. Would it take a lot to make those fit?
To be honest, as I said, at Biggs, they've done it for 20-30 years. They've done all this stuff before. Yeah. And apparently, yeah, a Rover V8 just drops right in. So, because these are body on chassis, you just lift the body up. Yeah. Do what you need to do with the engine, and if you wanted to change, for example, transmission, and then you just cut and shut, put the body back on. Nice. But all with time.
I'm struggling to imagine a V8 in this. It was just gonna be absolutely out of control. Like literally. I mean, the back end slides out as it is.
Yeah, I think, yeah, no, maybe put a dual wheel conversion on the back. So like a bit like the Transit, so you have the 2 wheels on each axle.
Yeah. Well, the standard cab's rear-wheel drive as well.
Yeah. Well, you're getting ideas now.
Yeah. So how old do you have to be in order to get like normal insurance on this?
They say 25.
Okay.
And even then, there's only 6 insurers that will do it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really niche market. So the cabs themselves aren't very expensive. You can pick up cabs for about £500–600 now.
Yeah, cheap.
Because they can't be used in London as a cab anymore.
Yeah.
So they can only be used for private use. So yeah, they're very cheap, but to insure them, you're talking a couple of grand. So.
Yeah. How much are you paying for insurance on this?
So currently I'm paying 2.5. Okay. But that was with like a lot of negotiation, explaining to them that there's no back seats. Yeah. All of that. It was a hassle part, but it's done.
I can't imagine. I mean, to be fair, it's fairly decent considering. I mean, it's a 2.5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
2.5 turbo, yeah, but if you think about the figures, it only makes, I think it's 105 horsepower.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's 200 odd torque, so it's not quick for what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right, for a 2.5, I can't really complain for my age.
No, fair enough. What are you saying, do you want to go out for a spin in this?
100, yeah, let's do it.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, man. Now, suspension wise, this is, what is it, standard suspension?
Yeah, standard, because obviously the weight on the back's gone, it's a little bit jumpy.
Okay.
Feels a bit stiff, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit stiff. It's comfortable though. I don't think I've actually ever been in a taxi before, even in a normal one.
Not even in the back?
No, I don't think so.
Now you have, mate.
In terms of the chassis, That's one thing I haven't really asked you. Is obviously now the chassis is being modified.
Right.
Has that affected like the structure of the car?
No, so cabs are built their body on frame.
Okay.
So adjusting the body like we cut it, the chassis is still intact, so it's still structurally sound.
Yeah.
In terms of putting like the back bit onto the cab, we use 3 steel plates and welded it all up. So again, that's airtight and it's structurally sound. So yeah, no, as you can see, it feels pretty solid.
Yeah, that's what's stable.
Handles okay on the road, but yeah.
Until you decide to gas it because no weight in the back, so
yeah, literally, like when you go. Yeah, it squats a little bit.
Yeah. And did you? I don't think I actually asked you this either, but did you carry out the work yourself? I remember you said you actually done some stuff.
Yeah, so it was mainly me, my dad, and my uncle, and also my stepbrother. Yeah, we did all the work. Obviously, they all work at Biggs, so they carried out the work. I helped out where I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all the work was done in-house. No, so yeah.
I can appreciate that. Can definitely appreciate that even more now. That's mad. So how long did it take for you to turn this over from like a standard cab to where it is now? So
to actually cut and turn it into like the flatback lorry it is now, it took about month and a half.
Yeah.
But
not too long.
No, not long at all. Because they've done this sort of thing before. My dad and my uncle have done this before.
Okay.
But the whole process of getting it re-registered with the DVLA because of COVID took well over 3 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a long process. But as you know, I had the cab standard for a while.
Yeah.
So I was just driving it about normally till I had the time to do something like this.
Okay. And going back to that, so you said that your dad's actually done quite a few of these. Is there any other cars, builds that he's made out of taxis that stand out?
So back in the day before we like used mobile phones and stuff, he's done like sweet shop conversions, like turning a cab into a sweet shop.
Okay.
He's done a couple of, I think he's done a couple of coffee shops.
Yeah.
And then he's done like a limo taxi.
A limo taxi?
Yeah, so they actually extended an old taxi into a limo. It's mad.
Bloody hell, is there pictures of that?
Not of the, I think if they are, they'll be physical, you know, in terms of like film from a camera.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can try and dig them out. But yeah, recently he actually built another limo style taxi in response to, I'm not sure if you saw it, but Khan, you know, the Khan, the guy who does like the Range Rovers and stuff.
Oh yes, Khan, yes.
Yeah, he built a couple of taxis. And he did like one in response to that. So he put like the Rolls Royce Starlight headlining in.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, carpeted the whole back, painted it in a custom BMW purple. Yeah, it's a bit mad.
I actually can't get over this. I can't. I can never get my head around it. It's like something out of a movie.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something different. It's just, I guess that's what I wanted to do, just something that no one had ever done before, and something that was close to my heart, so yeah.
It picks up alright though. It does pick up still.
2.5 turbo, yeah, don't sleep. And you can hear like the turbo chatter every time you let off. It's quite nice to hear.
I think I did capture, not on video, but I think I did notice a few of those, especially when you was going under the tunnel.
Yeah. It makes people always ask. The one question I get the most is what engine's in that? Yeah. Just because obviously it don't sound like a normal cab, but yeah, no, it's standard engine, just a different exhaust.
Let's talk a bit about costs. So, how much do you reckon that you put into this build?
In terms of the materials to convert it, it's about $2,000 all in. Okay. But that's not sort of including like the labour, we all spent trying to convert it, and then you've got like the audio build on top of that,
Yeah.
the radio, the exhaust. But yeah, in terms of actually just turning it into the flatback lorry, it is yeah, £2,000.
It's kind of cheap.
Yeah, not bad. Like in terms of, I think in terms of most things like conversions, the money lies in the labour.
Yeah.
Spending time to actually put it together and all that, because that would go into the thousands if you think about the days, weeks. But yeah, no, all in all, when you think about it, yeah, cheap. And the cab itself only cost me £500.
So just out of curiosity, obviously this is one thing that's come into my head. Obviously I know what you do for a living. You're not a cabman.
No.
You're not a cabman. So tell people what you actually do.
So I'm a part qualified accountant. So yeah, I just do accounts, figures, nothing to really do with a cabman or driving cabs.
Obviously I know in general you're quite into your cars. Obviously before actually creating a cab build, you've had, obviously as we discussed earlier, a few other cars more towards a stance scene.
Yeah.
What actually made you get into cars?
So my dad's been in the car industry all his life. I've grown up around like modified cars, and it's always been something that I've enjoyed even when I was younger, just like looking at like stance works.
Yeah.
Looking at the stupid builds people have made, just me sitting there as like a 10-year-old saying, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, yeah.
So as soon as I got my driver's license, that was the focus. Like, I just wanted a sick car, something I could drive about in and turn heads. And not even turn heads so much, just something that, I don't know, was unique to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember you always talking about wanting to get a taxi.
Yeah.
It was always on the cards. So was your initial plan to like do the conversion to the taxi? Was that like what your first initial plan was?
Not gonna lie, initially when I'm like, we always used to talk about taxis and that, I just wanted a normal taxi, have it on the floor as low as I could.
Yeah.
Like arch to lip fitment, like stupid low, stupid loud. That's it, like as a normal cab, and then do out the interior of like all the leather, everything. But when I found out it was so hard to insure me on a full taxi, I just thought I gotta change it up.
Okay. Would that still be on the cards?
Oh, definitely. When I turn 25, static TX4 is happening.
Just with the back missing?
Yeah, 100.
So in terms of getting a taxi onto the floor,
Right.
I'm presuming you're gonna bag it. Or
Yeah.
like to.
Yeah, if I had the money, it definitely have to be, yeah, bags.
Would you say it would take a lot of modifications in order for that to fit?
So in terms of the back, it's just a spring on a cup.
Okay.
So the back won't be hard in terms of just putting an air cup.
Yeah.
I would just have to readjust where I attach the arch. I'd have to put it to somewhere where it would move as the height goes up and down.
Okay.
But for the front, because of the turning circle of the cab, the front suspension setup is really weird. Like the springs on the bottom of the strut, and then you've got like the mechanism above. So for that, again, I would probably have to research it. But it's definitely going to take a little bit of time and definitely a lot of money to do. It's not just going to be out of the box.
Yeah. That's when the real cost starts coming in.
Yeah, that's why I've sort of waited on that one so far. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see what the future holds for it.
And obviously you daily this as well. So.
Yeah. So I drive every day to work. So yeah, it's got to be reliable, and I can't sort of spend like a month bagging it and have a car off the road because I can't be walking to work.
Yeah. The turbo does sound nice though. The turbo does sound nice.
I don't think you can hear it as much outside because the engine itself is so loud.
Yeah. But
like in the cabin, yeah, definitely. Like even up the hill, like.
This has an induction kit on it, right? As you can see.
Yeah.
As we saw earlier. How would you say that was that a straight fit?
So no. So what I did is I yanked the airbox out, and then from the airbox there's like an air feed. So I kept that air feed there, and then. I got some other piping from, I think it was another another cab like normal airbox kit.
Okay.
And then ran the cone filter through that piping, so the cone filter sat right in front of like the air vent.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call it, like the air passage.
Yeah.
So it sits quite far away from the engine and it's right in front of where the air's coming from, so it works pretty well.
So what car was that induction kit actually made to fit?
That was originally off, you know Cole, his E36?
Oh really?
Yeah, it came off his E36 when he sold that, so I just, he wasn't using it, I thought, yeah, let me have it.
Fair enough.
Threw it on. Yeah, and I think you can hear the turbo a lot more.
Yeah, you definitely can. I don't know if you can capture it on the camera, but you definitely can from here.
But maybe sometime down the line I'll put a heat shield in, so you can actually maybe have some performance benefit from it.
Yeah.
Because I reckon it's probably getting pretty hot where it is.
Obviously we ain't gonna do nothing too mad because we can't.
I'm trying, I'm trying.
Nah, when you get that V8 in here.
Yeah, trust me, we'll go for a rip.
We'll go out for a rip. Oh man. But nah, in terms of the video, obviously we're gonna go for a munch now. Because I don't know about you, but I ain't eating all day.
Me, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, it's taken a while. So yeah, we're gonna go off to grab something. So we're gonna call it a day in terms of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. And again, make sure that you're liking and subscribing. Yeah, that's about it, innit?
Yeah, love for that anyway, Kai.
Always
video.
love. Me and Jonathan, we go way back. He's not a stranger, and the love is always shown both ways. You'll definitely see more of Jonathan on the channel. But yeah, that's it. I've been Kyerizzle General. This has been Jonathan.
See you guys in a bit.
See you later.
Is it usually like that, not awkward, but like that stop and start when you do like questions? Because usually when I see your videos, it seems like it flows better.
Nah, it's never flowing.
Really?
Nah.
You make it seem like it flows still. Like I was like, am I really f***ing boring or is it?
Nah, I'll be real with you, like.